Manchester City 4, Bournemouth 0, and that was a wonderful display of Manchester City football. That was perfect on a boiling hot, very humid day at the Etihad Stadium. City dealt the goods, and they dealt it perfectly as well. Honestly, these are the kind of games early on where you got to get that rhythm going, and you got to find a way to win, and that's what we saw from Manchester City today. We didn't get the Haaland goal, but that, unfortunately, Blues, is going to happen every now and then, but the big man did get an assist, and Guardiola would have been very happy with what he saw from his Manchester City players out there today. Do not underestimate how difficult a game like that can be in the Manchester heat. It's very, very, very difficult to do. But ultimately, I'm buzzing for that performance. I thought that was a professional, clinical, and very encouraging performance. And it's been an excellent start to this season. 6 goals without response so far. Are we top of the table? I don't even know if we are or not. But either way, one thing I will do is enjoying it. What I will do is basically I'll celebrate that and not kind of get people are already getting bogged down by perceived negatives. I don't really see the point in that personally. If you're not if you're not enjoying that because we didn't score 5 or 6 or Haaland didn't score, I think you're doing it all basically wrong. That is all you can ever ask for. People arguing in the chat, grow up is what I will say. There's absolutely no point indeed. Overall, what I will say is that was a good performance from Manchester City. I thought KDB showed exactly what I said when I did my bold prediction video when I said he could get 20 goals and 20 assists this season. A goal and assist today, and it was absolutely wonderful. Genuinely really was. I was delighted to watch him show that form that he's got, that the energy that he's got at this stage of the season, it isn't undeserved, man. It isn't a myth. He really is sharper this season going into this game. And it really does look wonderful. We are top of the league, says Sean, which is great, man. Yeah, we're top of the league. We won 4-0. Some people are moaning that Foden didn't square it. You're only moaning because you want to see Haaland score because you got him in your fantasy football team. Get rid of narratives and care more about City winning the game, let's be honest. But I thought that was fantastic. There was loads of positives from this. Gundogan showing that form that he's got at the start of the season does make life potentially without Bernardo a little bit easier. I do think Bernardo will stay, but Guardiola is clearly playing Gundogan right now for very obvious reasons, and he was excellent. Bournemouth, look, they came today to try and disrupt Man City, but from the first minute, City was so aggressive out the traps, which is what you want to see. It's how we're going to win the league if we do win it again. We're going to have to be aggressive. We're going to have to be dominant, and that's what you got from this Manchester City side. I was honestly so impressed with our commitment once again in that very, very stifling heat. It's very hard to play heat in England because we don't have the infrastructure to it. We're not used to it whatsoever. Some of the players will be, but ultimately it's very difficult. And to me, that was a comfortable display. Once again, it was an impressive display. And it was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant in my personal opinion. Brilliance isn't always attention grabbing, it isn't. Sometimes brilliance can be found in the simplicity of football and what makes it click, and that's what Manchester City showed today. I was really, really genuinely impressed with the team. It's going to be a long season, but City have showed already that their attitude and the commitment and desire, it is there. I mean, you go through the players. Foden only got 45 minutes. I'm not really sure why. I presume it was a precaution or maybe just tactical. But Foden got a goal and assist as well. Probably should have had 2 assists. He probably should have got another for Haaland. Haaland, even though he only had a few touches in the game, got that assist that his performance and his movement probably deserved. It's a lovely assist as well for what it's worth. Strength for link-up play. And that's what he's there for. People will moan that Haaland only had a few touches and didn't get his goal today. He probably should have scored just before he came off. But you can't deny that Haaland, and I tweeted this during the game, Haaland has got... he's so big that he has his own gravitational pull, Haaland. He absolutely draws players in. He genuinely does. People are drawn to him. And what does that mean? It creates space for Haaland and De Bruyne and Foden and Grealish and everyone else, man. That's what I was really impressed with. People were running off him so often. There were so many runners in behind Haaland, and that can't be a coincidence because the likes of Lloyd Kelly and whatever, they were all drawn to Haaland, and that does create space, and that is so, so useful. It was a very Balotelli-esque assist as well, which I did enjoy, actually. Kind of going down and flicked it towards the on-running path, and Gundogan finishes nicely. But, Haaland's going to have games where he barely has a touch, but then he's going to have an assist or score the winning goal or whatever, and that's absolutely fine by me. I'm not expecting him to drop deep and get 50, 60 touches from the centre of the pitch. He simply doesn't need to. In games like today when we're playing a low block, he just needs to be there and he needs to be present. And I feel everyone today put in a good performance. I don't think anyone played badly on the pitch. And I was happy about it. I think it was. I thought Gundogan was excellent. KDB, like in that first half in particular, the quality of that goal, by the way, like it's just. Like, it's stupidly good. Like, there's a brilliance and the simplicity to KDB's finish. The way he dropped his shoulder to send Kelly one way and then trivellaed it into the bottom corner, Quaresma style. Not Coutinho style, sorry. Cancelo style, not Coutinho. He's on my head still, obviously, from last season. Cancelo style. Lovely, lovely stuff. And, of course, his assist for Foden. It's beautiful. It was beautiful. People moaning about Phil Foden, don't worry about it, man. It's two games of the season. Maybe he didn't see Haaland. He took a pass when he should have. He took a shot when he should have passed it. Every footballer at some point will be guilty of that. It's not worth moaning about it or calling him too selfish. Doesn't mean he is selfish. He made one bad call or didn't see it. That doesn't mean make him a selfish player, does it? Look, I think we jumped to conclusions far too quickly there. And if anything, sometimes Foden has been guilty of passing it when he should have shot. So, look, it is what it is. Yeah, I'm sure he would have felt guilty about it. I'm sure he would have apologised. It's football. It doesn't matter. Haaland is not going to beat him up over it. You know, like maybe he just didn't see him. It's as simple as that. Maybe with the sun in his eyes, and it happened so quickly, maybe he went for it. I don't care. Ultimately, I don't care. We'll leave it to Guardiola, and I'm sure, you know, that's water under the bridge already. That's just football. Sometimes you just don't see a pass, or you don't make a pass, and you just move on, and you forget about it, man. Like, you got a goal and assist. Foden had an excellent 45 minutes. There is nothing to moan about. Defensively, I thought City were absolutely excellent. Like, Ake, by the way, Ake's a quality defender. Like, do you remember when Ake came and everyone was like, he's shite, and when he's on the pitch, I'm embarrassed and all this kind of stuff. But he's been brilliant. It's almost like Ake was a very good player, and Manchester City were right that he is worth 40 million, and he has got quality, and he will be absolutely useful to this team. And look, right now, Stones and Laporte, they've got a job getting back into this team when they get fit and firing and whatever, because Ake, he's in this team right now. He's in this team on merit, and rightfully so. And I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing for him because Ake, look, he's proven doubt is wrong. It isn't easy to do this, man. It isn't easy to do it in the team as good as Manchester City, but he is improving. And he is showing that he belongs at this level. And he was obviously a worthy target for, you know, Chelsea. And I'm glad he stayed because right now he's excellent. But we had defensively, we had it on lock today. Cancelo doing his wonderfully gifted thing that Cancelo does. And Walker looking so unflustered, having that right-hand side absolutely locked down to a T. I mean, it was just easy for him, man. It's easy for him. Someone just said Jesus is going to score way more than Haaland. I don't think he is, for what it's worth. But ultimately, who gives a fuck? You know, like, who cares? Like, look, what I would say is people, like, they need to stop caring what individuals do so much. They really do. Like, I mean, I think Haaland's going to score a shit ton, but you need to genuinely stop caring what individuals do. Like, I don't watch football for individuals. I watch football for Manchester City. Like, I watch it. I enjoy individuals, but I don't care too much about the individual achievements as long as City are winning games. And 4-0 today. Look, we need to move away from the narratives. Ultimately, Haaland's going to score so many goals in this Manchester City side. And look, Jesus is no longer a Manchester City player. If Haaland stays fit, I do think he'll outscore Jesus as well. I agree with our rest there. Like, I sort of don't care if City win the league and if we win the Champions League. If Haaland stays fit, he's going to score loads. And look, I don't care. Ultimately, I just genuinely do not care. It just doesn't matter because Arsenal are going to finish ahead of Manchester City Football Club, are they? But overall, I thought the team was great. Rodri, once again, imperious as he just seems to be. Rodri have a bad game challenge. Like, Rodri just doesn't have bad games anymore. He only has good or excellent. Like, that's all he does. I mean, it's genuinely his default status these days. The second half was a little bit quieter than maybe would have liked, but once again, that heat. So early on, the game's rhythm slowed down a lot because the players went into second gear, and you don't really blame them, man. They were just cruising. They were doing 30 miles an hour in a 40-mile-an-hour zone. They didn't need to go any faster. They were in the first lane, just taking it easy, you know, in the inside lane, just taking it easy, cruising down the motorway with no rush to get anywhere, no overtaking. And you don't really blame them in that instance on a day like today. And Guardiola is using all the substitutes as well, which I really like to see. And he's doing it for a reason. One, because the players need the fitness and need the sharpness, and we've got a very short squad already, as we've seen, so we have to make sure players are getting rested and they're not overexerting themselves. I don't think Mahrez was bad at all, Brian. I thought Mahrez was fine. He had a fine game. It was an okay game. I don't think it was bad. I mean, I think we're looking for excellence, but not being excellent doesn't mean bad. I think Mahrez was okay, personally. I thought he was all right, you know. I thought Mahrez had some good little moments and some nice little chances he created. It was great to see Rico Lewis make his debut. I'm buzzing about Rico Lewis. A young lad who's been around the team for absolutely ages. It's lovely stuff in it. It's what you want to see. He's 17 years old. I think he's a Manc lad as well. And look, to me, that is beautiful stuff. It's just the stories that are made of, you know. And he went straight away through the middle and played as an inverted midfielder. Like, the quality, the confidence, you got to do that. I think Guardiola likes this lad, you know. I think he's got the technical ability and the leadership to be a big part of this Manchester City side potentially one day in the future, because he's an intelligent footballer. And Rico Lewis, once again, a young lad, been at City since he was a baby, not literally, but you know what I mean. It's wonderful, wonderful stuff. Thank you so much, by the way, to Greg, who's become an EK member. Greg, thank you so much, pal. Welcome, man. Welcome to the EK Academy. Thank you very much. You can join the fan view lives now, of course, as well, and you are on the Wall of Fame. Let me update it, man. Let me update it. 1 second. There you go. You should be on there now. There you are, Greg. Next to Mark and Robert Foden. Greg, you're an absolute legend. Thank you very, very much for the support, man. Really appreciate it, Greg Dove. I'm glad you enjoyed the watch long as well, mate. It's Mr. Pickle saying, hi, Stephen, great win. Shame Haaland was quiet. Well, he got an assist, mate. Look, these are the games where strikers are quiet every now and then. Like, it doesn't matter. It just ultimately doesn't matter, does it? But you're right, he was quiet, but it is what it is. Haaland got an assist, and Look, Haaland was a nuisance. He drew players towards him constantly. He was involved when he needed to be. He probably should have scored there at the end, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He's done his job. But indeed, yeah, it was a great win today. It was a shame he wasn't more involved, but it just doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I was very happy about it. Bernardo got some lovely little kind of like fan chants when he came on, which was really nice. They were singing the Bernardo Silva song vociferously. And obviously that was a nudge to Bernardo to try and stay. Look, maybe the weather will help him. Maybe it will do. Fingers crossed it does. Haaland is a team player. I absolutely agree. Haaland hasn't got an ego at all, Takers. I agree, man. Like, Haaland is look, he's happy with City winning. He wants to score goals, but he's happy with City winning. And that ultimately is what matters. Jimmy 5chan said, I think Haaland in the team will see KDB and Phil go off. And I presume you mean like, as in do really well. And I actually think you're right. I think they'll be the beneficiaries of the space and the movement that Haaland brings. Like, Haaland will get assists for them, and he'll also make space for them to score goals. I absolutely agree, Jimmy. I think you're spot on, pal. I think that's what is really visible today, and to me, that was the takeaway from the game. Look, it wasn't like easy in second half because the players were a little bit tired, a little bit leggy, and we lost a bit of rhythm. But it ultimately, once again, it just sort of doesn't matter. I'll go over to the quotes as well. Kevin De Bruyne said it was difficult. Here's a quote from KDB. 1 sec. KDB said, we can go up a level still. I'll jump over to here. He said, it was so hot, the circumstances weren't great. Leading 3-0 so early does make it easy, but I think we can still go up another level. That must be scary for the rest of the Premier League. And he's right, actually. He's right. We can go up another level, and I think he knows that, and that will come with time. He said on his goal, when I was young, I tried everything and got told off a lot of times. It's important to go inside and do inside and outside with both feet. That's something that can help. There's a very, very functional way of analysing it, but he's right. And there's his stats, of course. 1 goal, 1 assist, 71 touches, 97, roughly 98% player accuracy, 4 key passes, 5 accurate crosses. Stupid from a very stupid player, but that's the Kevin De Bruyne way, isn't it? Just stupid stuff because he's a phenomenal footballer. I'm interested to see what Guardiola says about this game. I'm expecting he'll praise his team as always. He'll talk about the conditions of being difficult. It was nice as well to see Alvarez go, wasn't it? It was only a little cameo and it was some nice movement, but he didn't really have a chance to get massively involved because the game was just basically dead at that point, and that's fine. That's fine at that point. But yeah. Lovely stuff. Haaland robbed of a goal from Foden. Yeah, it happens. Like, we don't need to find... People are only angry. Robbie's right. People are only angry because Haaland was your captain. Look, fantasy football doesn't matter. I'm sorry. I enjoy fantasy football now, but look, if you're angry at someone because of fantasy football, Jesus Christ, it's football. It's not about individuals. That's the problem with fantasy football. It's made it about individuals, and people don't enjoy the team aspect of it. And like... Stop caring about what Haaland does more than what Man City do is what I will say. A win's a win, exactly. Greg, my pleasure, mate. Very happy to contribute. Oh, thank you so much, man. I do appreciate it, honestly, Greg. An absolute legend. Yeah, a win's a win, Danny. You're absolutely spot on. And right now, City are looking excellent. Oh, not you, JT, though. Just an observation. No, you're right. But some people are angry. I'm not saying you are individually, mate. But people definitely are angry for that reason. I'll jump over here and look at the table. Oh, that's the wrong thing moving there. 1 second. Let's look at the table here. There we go. I mean, top of the table already. Arsenal chasing us down. 0 goals conceded. 6 goal difference already. It's nice. I like it. It's nice and it's good. Arsenal doing well. Jesus having a couple. Getting assists as well. It's a great start. I'll look at the game. Look at the stats as well. Let me bring them up on screen. 1 second. There we go. Can we see that? Let me just move it back again. I have to resize it a tiny bit. There we go. 19 shots to their 3, 68% possession to their 32, 7 shots on target and 4 goals in. Pass accuracy 93%. And they should have had a couple more yellows maybe. But overall, that's what you want to see, isn't it? It's lovely stuff from Man City. It's confident, it's professional, and it was a good performance. And we're still getting going as well. We will improve. We will be better. But this City side, look, yeah, the RFH, but, people, it is what it is. People like to moan sometimes. De Bruyne was talking about Haaland. He said, where did he say? Let's have a look. Let me just refresh that timeline there. 1 second. De Bruyne said about Haaland. He said he played really well versus Bournemouth. Obviously, it's so tight. I don't think in Germany he played a lot of games where the other teams were so defensively narrow. It's something he's going to have to adapt to, and I think he did great. No, he will adapt to it, but that's the point. If he's adapting it and we're still, playing well, ultimately that's all that matters to me. And he's right. He will adapt to it as well. He will do. He's not stupid. It's just how it is in this league. Look, to me, I'm happy. Guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I'm going to go and wind down, I reckon. I'm going to do a fan view live tomorrow evening, if that's okay. It's too hot in this office. I am melting as well, and I need to go and wind down because it's just too hot today. Maybe if it cools down a little bit, I'll do the fan view live later. But for right now, I'm just too hot. I'm too hot. I need to go just chill out as well, like it is on the pitch. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Go and check out the videos I did, by the way. I did a video about Sergio Gomez, this morning, and it's really good. It's a video about analysing Sergio Gomez with a Belgian journalist. Go watch that. It's excellent, and you should enjoy it if you haven't already. Go and watched it. Gomez coming to the team will be excellent. I can't wait to see how it goes. Thank you very much. You're all beautiful. You're all wonderful, and I'll catch you all very, very soon. Hit the like button. City are top of the league, and we're going to stay there, hopefully. Come on, you Blues. In a bit, I'll catch you tomorrow for 5 Things Learned, of course. Bye-bye.